This is Nevada NewsMakers.
And back on Nevada NewsMakers, we have a great Power Pundit panel. As always, Larry Mathias is here, the Executive Director of the Nevada State Medical Association. Greg Crawford is Managing Partner at Sierra Nevada Wealth Management. And Mike Bosma, first time on the show. Pleasure to have you here. He's Managing Shareholder at the Bosma Group. Welcome to all of you.
Since we have a couple guys that actually, balance their checkbook, I thought I'd ask a question of you. So bankruptcy was good enough for the airlines, but it's not good enough for the car makers. Why? Why is it okay for the airlines to all file for bankruptcy and figure things out, but we have to bail out the car companies?
Well, you have a concentration of an industry in a particular state, a state that is going through some very difficult times. Many people identify Americana with the automobile industry. It's a special industry in the minds of not only the politicians, but also a lot of the American populace. And that's why it gets special status, I think, in Washington, D.C.
Okay, but Mike, where was the part where they went from GM needs $18 billion rather, to we need $30 billion? Who makes that $12 billion mistake in the first time?
Well, actually, and that's where,
I mean, it's astonishing.
Yes,
yeah.
Sam, you look at it, and I really think it's more fear more than anything else. And anytime that you're leading by fear instead of vision, I think we're in trouble. And
who are you referring to?
Well, the government,
okay,
as far as the bailout part of that. I mean, I think it's fair for anybody who's in distress to say, help me. That's what their job is. I'm in distress, I need help. Sometimes leadership is really being able to make tough decisions in difficult times, and I think in that case it's really let the free market economy kind of work itself out. Most companies that go through bankruptcy don't end up shutting down. They end up continuing through bankruptcy. There's some kind of entrepreneur that's well-backed that's going to take advantage of that opportunity. The reality is it's going to fix a lot of the problems that are endemic to the industry, such as the labor contracts that are in place, vendor contracts, and what it does is it wipes that slate clean and says, let's get this company healthy.
Well, it wipes it clean, but the federal government would then be responsible for picking up a lot of those health care benefits, etc. It would be shifted.
You mean with the airlines or with the cars?
The car companies.
Well, not in bankruptcy necessarily.
Yeah.
What?
If you look what the airlines did, they got rid of a lot of, especially the legacy carriers. They got rid of a lot of those very heavy contracts that were paying the pensions
I'm talking
and stuff.
about people who are in retirement.
Well, retirement, then you'd have the quote unquote bailout on the retirees. But remember, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to save an industry. Okay, we're trying to keep America competitive, and so if through time things have changed, I don't want to be paying my, as Congressman Heller said, my grandsons and granddaughters their life savings on trying to bail out a buggy whip company, and so let it adapt and be strong going forward.
There just seems to be an inherent unfairness here, because there are so many companies in this country that are suffering, so many industries that are suffering, and we can't bail them all out.
Well, as long as we save those wise people who ran the Wall Street investment banks, I think that's of course got to be our priority. They clearly are clear thinkers, believe in the marketplace, not in government spending. No, I think those industries that happen to be fortunate enough to be in states that have significant electoral votes, are those that have significant ties to the major media, are those who have significant ties to the significant players, are going to enjoy government largesse. But down the road, there are a lot of consequences to this. People who get restructured out of their retirement benefits are going to be people who are stressed in their lives and are going to need assistance. And that's going to put them back into government.
Well, that was
health issues. In the kind of recession, we don't know how far down the recession goes, when it becomes a depression. The term recession was changed to depression by Herbert Hoover, who in a public relations move thought it sounded better. So government always has good ideas about these things. But wherever we're going, a lot of people who are hurt are going to be scrambling to try to survive. Now, I think that the golden parachutes that have been given by one set of board members on one bank who are also the executives of another bank, not surprisingly, there's a lot of care taken of each other. But that's all going to wash out of the system sooner or later, and we're going to see the consequences of bad corporate decisions, bad government decisions, bad public decisions over a generation, where we believe the hustle, we believe the nonsense, we believe that value is irrelevant, that debt is actually an asset. No, No, for the most part, we're seeing it as we did every 5 years. During the first 100 years in this country, there was a panic that wiped people out, wiped out assets. In the 20th century, every 20 years or so, we saw that until we restabilized things with trying to stop the excesses in the response to the Great Depression. And now we're going to relearn that and redo some of that.
Right, and Greg, isn't the reality that we're going to come along to the next scheme? You know, and that's what ends up getting us out of this, because Larry's absolutely right. I mean, historically, that's exactly what happens.
Yes, exactly.
And in fact, the president revealed the package yesterday on housing that is going to restructure. I mean, it's just the most amazing thing to read.
Yes, there's always the next big thing, and unfortunately there's a pattern of people with their own behavior chasing asset classes, chasing performance. We all know how that ends, and unfortunately I think you're right. We don't know if it will be green energy, we don't know you know, if it will be gold. There's a lot of fast money and commodities trades right now. People have a tendency to make very poor decisions when they invest in asset classes that have attracted a lot of attention.
And the last thing you want to do before you invest in the next big thing is to pay off the debts created by the last big thing.
Right.
And I can't help but wonder, well, I just said I can't help but wonder, where's the free market system in all this?
It's gone. Well, right now, it is gone.
Yeah.
We'll be right back on Nevada Newsmakers after this time out.
Nothing free.
When accidents happen, having AAA auto insurance turns things around for you quickly, reliably, and personably. Just the way our legendary road service can get you out of a jam anytime, anywhere.
Oh my goodness.
So make the right call now to request the no-obligation free quote from an agent trained to find you the right coverage. And discover the AAA difference. Like friendly claim service you can count on 24/7. AAA certified repairs that are done fast and done right.
Great.
And discounts for having AAA auto and home insurance.
Oh, you have AAA?
That's good.
All at great low rates. You'll also get this free AAA accident kit just for calling to get a quote. It all starts here with a simple phone call.
Hi, AAA?
So call today and get a free gift when you ask for a no-obligation quote. Get more. Get AAA.
It's a 50% off February. Internet Auto Rent and Sales has drastically written down their remaining used car inventory, and you can now buy for pennies on the dollar. Get 30%, 40%, even 50% off original MSRP. Over 400 vehicles are drastically discounted. It's a 50% off February through Sunday at Internet Auto Rent and Sales, corner of Kitsky and Vassar, Reno.
The price of gold has changed. Now you can get extra cash. Recycle old gold scraps, gathering dust. Call the number on your screen for quick cash. The Gold Kit is absolutely free. Send old rings, charms, dental scrap, and more.
I got $600 for my scrap gold.
It's easy. Call the toll-free number now. We'll mail you the kit and payment information with a check to follow promptly. Gold Kit and postage are free. Your satisfaction guaranteed. Call the number on your screen now or visit goldkit.com.